CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Dallas, Texas, the location for the Trailblazers, and ice. Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at center. And for Dallas, Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you've felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Porzingis. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
Well, I tell you what, hard to contain Porzingis now. When he's being aggressive with it, defense gets a little shaky.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis is already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Powell with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Portland now. Covington kicks to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. McCollum, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Richardson. And no good that time. And it's Portland the other way. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard against Doncic. Here's Nurkic. The Mavericks pull it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Doncic finds Porzingis. Doncic against Lillard. From 17 feet out. It's good on the putback.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Now here's Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 6.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here's Doncic, and he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Now here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And the dunk by Powell.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Out to the right wing. Back to Brunson. It's Redick on the wing. Outside Hardaway. Deflects the pass. Anthony taking his time here. Cantor against Hardaway. To the middle. Brunson, good.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Passes to Cantor. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the night. The first one falls. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. He's off on the second. The Mavericks leading. It's Redick on the wing, defended by Jones, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Six to shoot. Can't get it to fall.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Mavericks.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
They've got Powell. J.J. Redick is out there with Burke. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Nicolo Mello. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
I like when Lillard gets a little tricky with it. Outstanding at measuring the floater and dropping it in.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Brunson against Lillard. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Brunson. Back to Cauley Stein. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Now Doncic kicks it to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. Marjanovic passes to Richardson, and it's good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Offensive rebound. Anthony in the corner. Another shot. And the layup good by Lillard. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Marjanovic finds Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Doncic. Up and in on the layup. 6 points for him.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
.153 left in the first half. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
It's McCollum on the wing. Lillard from outside. Again the miss by Lillard. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Brunson scanning the floor. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Off on the layup. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Covington.
Man, I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
Powell finds Redick. Shoots over Nurkic. Nurkic with the block.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Back to Lillard. Down low. Nurkic in the post. Guarded by Hardaway. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now here's Brunson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Dallas. They're up by... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They were outscored. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. Lillard from deep three-point land. The Trailblazers rebound. The pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6 for the tie. McCollum, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Porzingis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
And it's McCollum in the corner for the 3. Portland with a new 14. Nurkic finds Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
McCollum against Doncic. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Powell for 3. And Jones pulls it down.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Count that bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Maverick lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Cauley Stein kicks to Porzingis. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. Dallas no good that time either. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. To the inside. Pass to Canner. Porzingis with the steal.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passing chain.
And there it is for him.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Simons. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. 1:24 left in the third quarter of the game. To the middle. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Cantor.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. Simons surveying the D. That gives them the lead. Simons has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Down low. And here is Cauley Stein. Powell with the steal. Here's the break. The finish. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Mavericks trail by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Redick, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. One second left. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers out in front as they end the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Luka Doncic. Trey Burke is out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Lillard, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. Gets the bucket, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his sixth rebound on the night. Here's Anthony. Back to Powell. He kicks it to Nurkic. Passes it to Powell. The dish to Nurkic. To the paint. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
It's Richardson on the wing, guarded by Powell. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
Capable of running the offense, Doncic, fantastic at getting his teammates involved.
Powell with it. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
McCollum's checked in for Powell. Here's Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. McCollum against Richardson. Three-pointer, Lillard. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
The drive by Doncic. 2 points. That one goes.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Nice D from Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Good D by Covington. Portland leading by 4. A 3 from McCollum, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Here's Doncic. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. He throw good. Damian Lillard. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. He dishes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. 5 on the clock. And the shot falls short this time. For Dallas, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Tenacious on the take. Richardson effective at driving to the basket and converting through tough defense.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard left side. Fires the 3. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Doncic outside. The wide open look here for Porzingis. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
McCollum with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. Traps in the tray.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the starting lineups have concluded. So, hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at small forward. Here's Leonard. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And so here is Dallas. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Doncic. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
On the wing, Morris. Back to George. Shoots over Doncic, and that one hits back iron. Here are the Mavericks now. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Zubac finds Jackson. George up top. Inside, it's deflected. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Pass to Finney Smith. Dallas moving it around. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Clippers. And again, the Clippers turn it over. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jackson against Doncic, and it's in there.
And sometimes there's just nothing you can do against Doncic. He's terrific at keeping his focus on the rim.
And George kicks to Zubac. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Pass to George. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Rondo finds Cousins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, that's when it's got to be a chop shop down there. When Cousins gets it that deep, he's exceptional at getting the position that he wants in the paint.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Mann's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Redick passes to Hardaway. Dishes to Cauley Stein. and Cauley Stein throws it down.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Beverly. The feed now to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Pass to Mann. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Mavericks leading by 7. 1:14 left to play here in the first. Here's Cauley Stein. He gets that one. Cauley Stein's got his second bucket.
Taking contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
The drive by Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Down low, here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Cousins, the pass to Batum. To the wing right side, to the paint. Here's Kennard. Feeds it to Cousins. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
With the teardrop, Powell finds Cauley Stein. Back to Powell. Just 4 to shoot. Redick passes to Powell. Over Kennard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Seven seconds left in the first. Beverly for 3. Up again. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one. And so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got...
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where...
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Kleber in at the power forward position. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
There's the pass to Kennard. That's tipped. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break by himself. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Now, Cauley Stein, a big that can run the floor, so he can be a weapon in the fast break game.
Here's Mann. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. That one's not going to go. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Brunson, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Clippers trail by 13. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic outside. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And the shot goes in. Doncic has got 9 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Jackson with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. Jackson dishes to Rondo. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Leonard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Leonard's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Richardson left side. Back to Doncic. Makes it off the glass. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Outside Jackson. To the middle. It's picked off. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
On the wing, Jackson. Pope loose. Passes it to Zubac. The dish to George.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Doncic against George. Marjanovic, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Zubac. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson in the corner. Back to Zubac. And the layup's good off the glass. Zubac has got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
A drive by Doncic. George with the defensive effort. And so that's the end of the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to right out of the gates. It was Dallas setting the tone. And Kenny, along with the incredible... That's all for now.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Dallas leading by 11. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Reggie Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Lots of room. Goes back up. And it's Zubats laying it in. Zubats has got 8 points.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Doncic looking it over. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Jackson down low. Richardson covering. Jackson has the open look. Unable to get that one. And it's Dallas the other way. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Richardson. Porzingis has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot and his offensive game now.
Leonard kicks to George. Out to Morris. The 19-footer is on the money. Morris has got his first points in this one.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Morris passes to Zubats. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. That one good for 2. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubats. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in. Brunson scanning the floor. He kicks to Hardaway. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Dallas leading by 17. And here's Brunson. 6 points for him. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. And it's Dallas with another.
Great execution. Could not have asked for a better shot.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. Right side, Batum. Morris passes to Mann. Kennard on the wing. Here's Mann. Guarded by Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Here's Beverley. The Mavericks pull it in.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
The Mavericks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Some potential still left in the tank here for Cauley-Stein, who is seeming to gain more and more confidence and knowledge about how to go about his business over the course of an 82-game season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber, and it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Burke.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Brunson kicks to Kleber. Hardaway against Kennard. It's Hardaway with the drive. Here's CLA Stein. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway's got 3 assists tonight.
CLA Stein just doing what he can right now offensively to dominate in a lot of ways.
Beverly wide open. No good on the 3. Dallas leading by 20. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Runs in the pass to Kleba. Inside. CLA Stein kicks to Hardaway. Reddick surveying the D. Here's CLA Stein. That one a little long. No good. Shot missing. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Mavericks ahead, opening up a huge gap. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Outside for Rondo. Outside, George. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Now, Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Doncic left side. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. And the first one drops. So he gets them both. Clippers trail by 20. Outside Leonard. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Batum finds Rondo. Passes it to Zubac. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far.
Doncic with it. George picks him up. Pass to Richardson. Here's Marjanovic. Shoots over Zubac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he knocks down the first one. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Rajon Rondo. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Out to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. From deep, Richardson. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 19. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Doncic with the steal. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Leonard, and again the Clippers good for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson against Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got 5 points now this quarter.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Jackson down low. Richardson cover. Zubac the pass to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Morris is checked in, and Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And they double up Doncic. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
And here are the Clippers now. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Outside for Jackson. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Morris inside. Marjanovic on him. Here's Zubac. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Dallas.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on it.
Outside Leonard. Morris into the lane. Here's Zubac. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Free throw drops from Marjanovic.
Okay.
Both shots good from the stripe. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the pass to Beverly. Out left to the wing. To the inside. Lets the 3 fly. He can't hit that time. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brett. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Bull, and it's Rivers. And for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Campazzo, Richardson cover. Bull kicks to Rivers. Now the pass to Jokic. Over Porzingis. Jokic, no good. And the Mavericks with possession. Doncic outside. And Porzingis throws it down hard.
Don't sleep on his athleticism now. Porzingis plays well above the rim.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Rivers, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
Here's Marjanovic, and Bull pulls it down. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And here is Doncic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Pass to Jokic. He kicks it to Rivers. Denver passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Porter outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Pass to Doncic. And it's Rivers with the rebound. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The putback, Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
The Mavericks trailing. Doncic feeling it out. Over to the left wing. To the paint. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
1:05 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Jokic, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now, here's Kleba. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
McGee, the pass to Najee. It doesn't go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Hardaway. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
What a beautiful blend of size and athleticism. Boy, Tim Hardaway Jr. is doing work inside.
Here's Chancharf. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Rebounded by Hardaway. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Passes to Brunson. That one goes. Counted.
A fundamentally sound player. Gotta like how well Redick works the rock around the floor.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 spot. Campazzo, Brunson covering. Green, the pass to McGee. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 6. The shot's good from McGee.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The pass to Burke. Cauley Stein against McGee. Cauley Stein goes in. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Millsap. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Now here's Brunson. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. That shot misses. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Harrison. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. Richardson comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in. Pass to McGee. All alone. And another miss by Denver. Dallas leading by 4. Powell kicks to Burke. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. Doncic. So it's Richardson with the jam. Richardson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. Doncic against Morris. Here's McGee. The rebound by Marjanovic. For Dallas, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
Here's Morris. The Mavericks taking the shot. The quick look, no good that time. On the wing, Doncic. Millsap covering. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Morris.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Dallas.
Doncic outside. Charity stripe shot. That one wide left. The Nuggets trail by 10. Down low. Porzingis with the steal. Marjanovic finds Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. McGee in the high post. Marjanovic on him. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Richardson against Morris. Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Porzingis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
And the first half is now in the book.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks. That's all for now. Say good.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
So on the floor for Denver, Monte Morris is out there with Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Bull in at the center, locking down the middle. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Porzingis lays it up off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rivers kicks to Porter. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Nuggets trail by 18.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. 1:49 left in the third. Here's Kleba. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And stolen by Redick. Powell, that's good.
The speed on the break from Powell right now, just booking down the court and getting to the basket.
To the middle. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And like his father, Manu, Bole's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Now here's Brunson. Outside, Redick. Inside, shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Powell.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. The dish to Bol. There's the triple. They grab their own miss, and he makes that one. Jokic has got 10 points.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Here's Brunson. The layup off target. The Nuggets trail by 21. Here's Porter. Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson, no good. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Campazzo uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Here's Brunson. It's clocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Dallas up by 15. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got J.J. Redick. Marjanovic is out there with Maxi Kleba. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The Nuggets trail by 15. Feeds it to Millsap. And it's Bol that time on the assist by Paul Millsap. Bol's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Denver. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Kleba, and Kleba slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Bull. It's rebounded by Dallas. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Redick with it, picked up by Rivers. This one for three. The Mavericks rebound. The shot missing. The Nuggets trail by 13. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Dallas leading by 13. Here's Porzingis, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Morris is checked in for the Nuggets.
You know, there was so much hype around Kristaps Porzingis once he got off to a great start in his first year. And you just want to see him continue to grow and add dimensions to the offensive game every year. What's next? We'll see.
Porzingis with the block. Richardson outside. Here's Doncic. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith from deep. Porter pulls it in. Here's Harrison. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. They trail by 18. Will it go? Millsap trying to get open. Morris, no good. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. It's stolen by Green. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Porter. And it's good, 2 points.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Doncic, no good. The Nuggets trail by 16. Millsap has the open look. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks shooting well, 50% from the floor.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Dallas.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Porter, no luck. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
The Nuggets with another miss. Now the Mavericks with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Harrison. They kick it out to Green. second chance shot, and that one's good. Millsap.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
Here's Finney Smith. A three-pointer, no good. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go.
All right, David, great job.
does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. He gets it in there. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
A 3 from McCollum. It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's Richardson. Banked in off the glass.
He's such a smart player, such a smart player. Richardson understands the value of the fast break hoop.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Lillard. Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
They get it again. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Powell with it. Pass to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Doncic outside. Goes back up. Marjanovic, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the dunk by Powell.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And here is Doncic. Nurkic with the block. And he gets it back. Marjanovic passes to Richardson. Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Lillard misses. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for Dallas, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Cauley Stein goes in over Jones. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game.
Quality role player. Cauley Stein offers energy, length, and a team-first attitude his squad appreciates.
McCollum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. To the paint. Here's Kanter. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Brunson, no good. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. It's a 5-point game. Anthony finds McCollum. And no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And McCollum is remarkably quick. Love seeing him put it on the deck and finish at the rim.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Trailblazers trail by 7. Simons the pass to Cantor. McCollum dishes to Cantor. A second chance effort. There's the 3. C.J. McCollum, and that's good. McCollum's got 5 now.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Brunson scanning the floor. And there's the feed to Powell. Yes, that goes in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's Dallas. They lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. And before...
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a big...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
They've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Burke with it, Kanter covered. Burke can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 4. Simons surveying the D. Kanter the pass to Simons. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Burke kicks to Redick. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony dishes to Kanter. Back to Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. From the left block, Kanter trying to free himself up. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Burke kicks to Redick. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Count that one. Redick's got his first bucket in this one. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Can't cash in from close range. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. There's the pass to Simons. There's the feed to Cantor. Can't hit from in close. Mavericks leading by 4. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 6 points.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
It's stolen. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The shot's good. Now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
And you gotta love McCollum's game. His floater is soft but dead.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Marjanovic with it. Lillard picks him up. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target with the open look. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Out to Anthony. There's the dish to Lillard. Porzingis with the block, and he recovers it.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
And it's Lillard missing.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Here's Porzingis. 4 seconds left, and it's good on the layup.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Mavericks lead by 4. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They are leading by 4. Kenny, how'd you... And...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the floor for Dallas, Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. McCollum deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Powell with it. Dishes it to Lillard. McCollum outside. Off target with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. Looking to end his cold spell. And Lillard throws it down.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Maverick shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Doncic against Lillard. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Powell finds Lillard. Right wing. Knocked away. And stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. Able to get to the right spot there in transition.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
And Portland making a change here. Jones is checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Brunson's checked in. Lillard and Damian Lillard with the change.
Terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Doncic outside. Shoots from 14. Here's Marjanovic. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And Lillard kicks to Jones. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Dennis Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And Dallas with a change here too. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Doncic. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Brunson against Lillard. Brunson, good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Powell dishes to Lillard. Count that one. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D from Kanter. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And the layup falls. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Here's Brunson. To the left side wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cauley Stein. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points in the game.
You got to do more than that to slow Cauley Stein down. I mean, he's used to absorbing contact while shooting.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Feeds to Kanter. Covered by Redick. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Kanter's shot is off.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Brunson. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing here by 8. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Good on both. Here's Doncic. And the basket is good. Doncic has got 8 points in the quarter.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Powell in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Mavericks leading by 6. Now, Doncic. Passes it to Marjanovic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Doncic against Lillard. The dunk and the foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard attacking. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. Doncic finds Marjanovic. Richardson against McCollum. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, not a big guy, but Richardson has no fear of the contact. I mean, he stays strong and gets his finish.
Lillard scanning the floor. He dishes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. Marjanovic with it, covered by Lillard, and the shot is good. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
McCollum outside. Lillard from outside. That shot off, and it's Dallas the other way. Kicks it out to Richardson. Doncic against Lillard. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. And it's Luka Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got 15 points here in the second half. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lillard left side. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And here's Doncic from the arc. A three from Porzingis. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got 6 in the quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And the three ball is good. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
Pass to Giles. Over Kleber. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time. Coming up next, from downtown Los Angeles, it's the NBA on 2K. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now the Mavericks with it. Doncic looking it over. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Back to Jackson. To the inside, Cousins, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now the Mavericks with it. Doncic outside. Makes it off the glass.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Jackson. Outside for George. The feed to Cousins. Right block shot. George, no good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Count the basket.
You talk about a guy who's added some strength over the years. Look at the hit Josh took, and he was still able to convert.
On the wing, Batum. Back to Jackson. Pass to Cousins. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Connects from three-point range.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Pass to Jackson. No good there with the step-back J.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
George against Doncic. It's tipped. Leonard looking around. Here's Cousins. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Batum against Porzingis. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Paul George. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Here's Brunson. The putback. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 3. Kennard on the wing. Wide open look. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Redick is in the corner. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jackson in the corner. 52 seconds left to play in the first. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Now here's Hardaway. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on an 11-2 run. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Back to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Passes it to Rondo. Clock at 4. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris, no good. On the wing, Hardaway. Kennard covering. Here's Porzingis, and he banks in the layup.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good, quality shots.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Patrick Beverly out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Beverly against Brunson. Out to the right wing. Redick surveying the D. Here's Cauley Stein. Drops in the layup for 2.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Morris outside. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. They get the rebound. Zubac. Here's man. Guarded by Hardaway. Tries again. The shot comes out. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Mavericks trail by 3. Kleba inside. Kennard covering. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Batum attacking Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Owning that area around the rim, something DeMarcus has done as far back as we can remember.
Outside, Redick over George. Outside Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Patrick Beverly. It's stolen by Rondo. And, oh, here we go with George. No. Oh, what a play.
Rondo, known for his quick hands on defense, that time turned it into offense.
Doncic against George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Clippers leading by 5. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Outside Rondo. Outside for George. The dish now to Cousins. Not going to go that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Doncic. And yes, it's good. Doncic has got 6 points.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Porzingis.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Outside Rondo. The pass to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Morris. Got a hand on it. And here's the break. Here's Finney-Smith. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Burke's got his second basket.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Zubac in the post. Working on Cauley Stein. Zubac no good. Here's Brunson. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that's...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Cousins getting it done.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Richardson is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And stolen by Richardson. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Misses from close range. Clippers trail by 3. Jackson finds Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Cousins. He's got 8. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And just wanting it more there. You gotta like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
George against Doncic. Here's Cousins, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending. And yep, the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltender.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. No good off the back of the rim.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Marjanovic kicks to Finney-Smith. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. And Trey Burke subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Trey Burke.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. To the left wing. Zubac finds Leonard. Goes up at the stripe. Drained for 2 points. Leonard's got 5 now.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Leonard against Doncic. To the middle. Leonard with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Mavericks leading by 5. Out to Hardaway. Shoots over Leonard. Now, here's Kleba. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Brunson, good. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
6 on the shot clock. Batum attacking. Pass to Zubac. To the wing on the left. Beverly wide open. They get it back. Jackson against Brunson. And here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Over Cauley Stein. That one rolling around and rims out.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
29 seconds left to play here in the third. Leonard finds Zubac. Outside, Batum. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now the pass to Kleba. And here's Brunson. Pass to Cauley Stein. He can't get it to go. And so it's Dallas. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard. Burke looking over the floor. George against Hardaway. Here's Porzingis, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. George against Doncic. And George, here we go. Morris finds Rondo. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Here we go, one-on-one, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
Richardson against Rondo. On the wing, George. 5 on the clock. Count it.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Richardson, good.
For a guard, Josh Richardson has all type of length. He is consistently getting to the lane, and he can score. That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. And stolen by Cousins. Goes up. And the dunk by Batum.
Coaches have raved about this. Cousins' ability to have active hands and come up with strips.
Passes to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. The pass to Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Rondo finds George. Down low, Cousins. Outside for Batum. Back to Cousins. Count it. Good. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Dallas again turning it over. Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. Dishes it to Cousins. Back to Rondo. He kicks it to George. Feeds it to Cousins. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Cousins has got it back down to single digits for the Clippers. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Out to Porzingis. There's the triple. The Clippers grab the miss. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. Pass to Rondo. outside Batum. And it's George missing. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
From deep three-point range, off the mark.
One of the best defenders in the NBA, Paul George.
David, thank you. The city of Denver is in missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. You've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. He's out there with Porter. Cole is out there with Rivers.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Rivers. The Mavericks making the shot. It's tipped.
Richardson showing you his defensive anticipation there with the block shot.
And it's blocked. Here's Rivers. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Doncic. And the layup is good. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Porzingis, and he comes up with the deuce.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Rivers. No good that time. Good work defensively by Richardson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy buckets thanks to his hustle after the steal. And that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Campazzo. Doncic with the block. Richardson attacking. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And Bull wide open. He shoots. But they'll get another chance. Out to the wing. To end the run. The Mavericks pull it in. It's an 8-point differential. Here's Finney Smith. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And that one's good by Porter.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
Puts it up from 17. A reverse, and Marjanovic with the layup.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Porter with it. He's picked up by Doncic. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Morris against Brunson. Ollie Stein in the post. Shakes him. It's hauled in by Gordon.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Inside. Najee passes to Harrison. The Nuggets with another miss. Dallas leading by 6. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Reddick. Passes it to Kleba. Feeds it to Cauley Stein. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority from McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Morris kicks to McGee. Kicks it out to Gordon. And the pass to Harrison. To the middle with 4 seconds on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Hardaway. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Mavericks lead by 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Hardaway. Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. Here's Brunson. Powell trying to free himself up. Brunson, good. The Nuggets trail by 5. Now here's Rivers. Out left to the wing. Kicks to Millsap. 6 to shoot over Burke. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Mavericks leading by 5. Harrison with the rebound. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Millsap dishes to Porter. Good on the shot. Porter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Millsap doing a nice job there reading the defense and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Here's Doncic, and it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
you know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
It's good on the putback.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Now, here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. The shot, no good.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Doncic, and it's sent back by Jokic. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. And here comes the break. Back to Harrison. Pass to Rivers. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And that one's good, Harrison. Now it's a 3-point Nugget lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Harrison passes to Jokic. Doncic with the block.
You know, I like that Doncic, guys, doesn't back down on defense and tries to make it hard for his opponents.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Bull can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Doncic, and that one is good. Doncic has got 8.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And a close game so far through the first 2. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They didn't stop.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got JaVale McGee, Paul Millsap out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Porzingis can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Morris.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Doncic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And Marjanovic with the slam. Denver shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Pass to Morris. The 3. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Doncic. The feed to McGee. Back to Jokic. Poked away. And McGee kicks to Millsap. A 3 from Morris. Offensive rebound. Chalk up 2 there.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
Here's Doncic. McGee with the block.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Campazzo. And that one is off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Porter's checked in for Denver. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. Here's Burke. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. On the Mavericks for some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Trey Burke. And it goes down 2 points. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 3. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Morris against Brunson. Morris dishes to McGee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Mavericks leading by 3. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Outside, Redick. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
McGee the pass to Jokic. That shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Redick dishes to Cauley Stein. Lays it up and banks it in. Cauley Stein's got 5 now.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Passes it to Jokic. Kleber with the rebound.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Hardaway kicks to Cauley Stein. And there's the pass to Brunson. Back to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Morris. .44 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside, Redick. To the wing right side. Kleber, the pass to Hardaway. Brunson with it. 5 to shoot. Another shot. Here's Cauley Stein, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the win, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Dallas. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Burke is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell, and it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. Stolen by Rivers. All alone, and finished off by Millsap.
And, you know, for a bigger guy, Millsap runs the break well. He does a nice job of getting into the lane in transition.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Doncic feeling it out over Harrison. Doncic, no good.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Can't connect from short range. Mavericks leading by 7. Picked off in midair. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Rivers. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Now Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Bull. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. And Gordon subbed in for Michael Porter. Harrison passes to Bull. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And the dunk by Doncic.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
And stolen by Richardson. Doncic with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. Shoots. On the money with the open jumper. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
Bull can't hit. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Doncic. They get it back. Marjanovic. Second shot opportunity. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
That is a sweet-looking jumper there, boy. Doncic doesn't need much space or time to get shots off.
Here's Dallas. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. From deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 1:10 left in the game.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Mavericks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Porter passes to Bull. The three. And another miss by Denver. Richardson gets a wide open look. No good on the triple. Passes it to Rivers.
Tell you what, like with most players, when Doncic is aggressive on...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.